Thank you, Mom. Thank you. Thank you, Mom, for that very kind intro. Thank you very much. Thank you, thank you. ArtPrize began as an idea, a social experiment, wondering what would happen if the boundaries were removed from a traditional contemporary art event. Who would show up? Would it be interesting? Would anyone talk about it? ArtPrize thrives when artists are given the flexibility and encouragement to be creative, and all people are provided an easy opportunity to voice their opinion and learn through engagement. And I'm pleased to say that ArtPrize thrived this year. ArtPrize had more people talking about more art than at any other moment in the event's history. So while some might see some of the discussions as negative, I see it completely differently. I see the dissent and discord as functions of a larger narrative. What other community can you remember where contemporary art was featured on the front page of the local newspaper for 3 weeks straight? Or where 20 minutes of a 30-minute newscast are dedicated to public art? Where in America can it be said that 100,000 people who would normally be watching a Saturday or Sunday football game are instead walking around their city and discussing public art? Only Grand Rapids. The question is, how did this happen, and how do we maintain this energy? ArtPrize is a platform with numerous components. We're still very early in the life of this event, and just like the artists, venues, and visitors, we're still learning how to play the game. So while we'll look at everything we've learned over these whirlwind 3 years to inform how ArtPrize will continue to evolve and change going forward, we're committed to the openness that sparked this event. ArtPrize will always be an open call to artists, venues, and public to engage contemporary art on a grand scale. As we've seen tonight, the opinions of people of all backgrounds are respected. Arts professionals and the public stand on equal ground. There's no other platform that offers this plurality of opinion and the fireworks that come with it. This tension between populism and professionalism is at the core of a tangible measure of success, the public debate and discussion that we now engage in annually. A little more than 3 years ago, we ventured into this experiment to see what would happen. I'm unbelievably proud of the unprecedented engagement with contemporary art that we've seen from more than 1 million people in these past 3 years. To keep this energy going, it will take an ongoing commitment to innovate with us. So to the artists who risked everything, all of you who tirelessly volunteered, all of our generous sponsors, our jurors, our speakers, and all who voted, thank you. This experiment will continue, and we will continue to work to make it awesome. So, down to business. Just a reminder, the winner of ArtPrize 2011 will receive $250,000. Second place receives $100,000. Third place receives $50,000. And fourth through 10th place will all receive $7,000. The rank is decided solely by public vote. Let's take a moment to recap the 2011 ArtPrize Top 10.
The Tempest 2 by Laura Alexander, three-dimensional cut paper showing at the Grand Rapids Art Museum. Laura received her BFA from the Maryland Institute College of Art in Baltimore, Maryland, and her MFA in fibers from the University of Washington, Seattle. Laura Alexander's work is driven by wonder. She plays off the intrinsic qualities of materials, creating a vocabulary that is her own. She builds layers of paper and or glass to manipulate light and shadows. The shadows themselves are as much a part of the piece as the art that casts them. Like a scientist, she studies the materials, pushing and pulling their limitations. The majority of her work is white, creating a rainbow of subtleties for stark shadows to frolic. The work is labor-intensive and precise while remaining playful and fresh. Ocean Exodus by Paul Balaker. Three-dimensional carved wood, showing at the Bob. A passion for nature has inspired the artist to create a body of work that is environmental in pith. He endeavors to capture a moment in wood or bronze and express potential for a symbiotic relation with nature. Paul has been sculpting exclusively for 35 years. Ocean Exodus, the sculpture, is a what-if scenario dealing with the very real possibility of the oceans becoming too compromised to sustain a healthy ecosystem. This sculpture is created as fantasy. However, the premise is real. It is a call for the viewer to take action. Rusty, a sense of direction, self-portrait by Ritch Branstrom. Three-dimensional found art sculpture at the Grand Rapids Public Museum. The magical world of Ritch Branstrom's artistic vision fashions Michigan's raw material of cast-off automotive bits and pieces, wood, and worn farm implements. Those who feel an affinity with the tapestry of cultures, endurance, natural resources, and socioeconomic realities that comprise the Great Lakes state will resonate with the work of this Michigan native. His found object art is a natural result of his own upbringing, which span the diverse cultures of both of the state's peninsulas. Rain by Linda Cole, three-dimensional sculpture of silverleaf on polyester film, aluminum, and monofilament, showing at the Grand Rapids Public Museum. Linda received a Bachelor's of Science in Textiles and Clothing Design from Michigan State University. Rain is a kinetic sculpture using 7,600 squares of silverleaf on polyester film. The squares are suspended with a 10-foot cube of space and move with ambient air currents. President Gerald Ford visits ArtPrize, Sunti Pichecheyaku, showing at Barnes & Thornburg, LLP. Sunti specializes in bronze portraiture and fiberglass resin sculptures. He is renowned throughout Asia for revolutionizing the definition of realistic sculpture. Born in Thailand, Sunti's quick sculpting skills, as well as his realistic fiberglass resin sculptures, allowed him to capture the hearts of his people and become regarded as a master of duplicating faces. Mantis Dreaming by Bill Secunda, three-dimensional steel sculpture showing at the Bob. As a young boy, Bill spent many hours watching a neighbor weld and fabricate heavy equipment. The welding process intrigued him. During welding classes, Bill would practice his techniques by turning lifeless scrap metal into his first artistic creations. Mantis Dreaming is a sculpture comprised of discarded metal, with the majority being from an old railroad car tanker. Under Construction, Robert and Jasper Shangle. Live performance in three-dimensional mixed media showing at the Bob. Robert Shangle, lifetime resident of West Michigan, has been performing as a living statue for many years and has competed at the 2009 Living Statue World Championship in the Netherlands. Robert is joined this year by his son, statue apprentice Jasper Shangle. Crucifixion by Maya Tavonatti, two-dimensional glass mosaic showing at the DeVos Place Convention Center. Maya has been known to paint with glass. Her intricate stained glass mosaics weave her experience as a painter with her love of Renaissance mosaics. Maya has studied, lived, and exhibited extensively in the U.S., Italy, France, and Greece, and her writings on art instruction have been published in over 20 countries. Recently, Maya unveiled her monumental series of oil paintings on canvas at the ancient Museo Arsenale in Italy. Grizzlies on the Ford by Lou Doc Tilma, three-dimensional wood sculpture showing at the Gerald R. Ford Presidential Museum. Grizzlies on the Ford is a collage of grizzlies fishing to resemble a viewing station in Alaska. One 10-foot bear standing at the bottom of the fountain pool and several meandering the stairs and retaining walls creates an installation that takes bears out of their natural environment and places them in the midst of modern architecture. The Metaforest Project by Tracy Van Dynen, Andy Belomo, Todd Osborne, and Phil Schuster. Three-dimensional multimedia mosaic mural showing at the West Michigan Center for Arts and Technology. Metaforest is a tribute to the potential building power of the arts and Grand Rapids youth. Metaforest was produced in conjunction with West Michigan Center for Arts and Technology's faculty, staff, students, and the greater Grand Rapids community. Several workshops for communities around the city for people young and old have created a unique opportunity to take part in the installation of the mural.
thanks for that round of applause for our top 10. The third place winner of ArtPrize 2011 is Linda Cole, Rain. Congratulations. Thanks.
You have an award.
Yes. The second place winner of ArtPrize 2011 is Tracy Van Dynen, Metaforist. To be more specific, Tracy Van Dynen and team. I'm sorry, I don't have everybody's names, but. And now, the moment we've all been eagerly awaiting, the winner of ArtPrize 2011 is Maya Tavonatti, Crucifixion. So thank you all to all the artists who participated in ArtPrize 2011. Thank you to the venues. Thank you to anyone who voted. And now please welcome the North American Choral Company.